Hi, greetings! Welcome back to my studio and to my channel, the channel where I talk about how to make paint and art out of totally useless things. It's kind of fun and it's an adventure. It's the little quest that I'm on to see how many useless things I can possibly use to make paint and art out of. Today's subject was inspired when I went to the garage to get my oil changed. And I'm thinking, dirty oil. That is not only useless now that it's been turned through the engine and is dirty and old, but it's also an environmental hazard. So I got to thinking, I wonder if I could make paint and art out of old engine oil. So I asked the mechanic if he would put some of the old the old oil in a jam jar for me. He looked at me a little bit strange, but I'm used to that. Anyway, he did. He gave me a jar full of dirty engine oil. So I took it home and I did some experiments. I don't want to tell you that it was a huge success because there was some success and some disappointment. Let's put it that way. Anyway, let's go to the table and I'll show you the results of what I did, and we'll talk about whether it was a success or just a total waste of time. So here we are at the table again. I've got my jar of dirty engine oil, and what I did to begin with was I thought it's probably really thick and sticky, so I put half and half, half terps and half dirty engine oil in my little mason jar, and I thought maybe that would work. So let's have a look. Let's see what kind of results we get. So I'm just doing some samples on this watercolor paper. So as you can see, there is some color, but not much. It's not great. So then I thought, okay, well maybe we'll just use it, just the dirty engine oil, see what results I get with that. So this hasn't got any terps in it at all, and it's a lot darker. If I go around the edges of this first example, I don't know if you can see this really well, but the engine oil without any terps in it has got more pigment. But it's oil. Now you can see even from these little strokes that I've put on the paper, oil doesn't dry. And because it doesn't dry, it just continues to seep out. And because we're using watercolor paper, this acts like blotting paper. So the oil just continues to seep and seep and seep. And I'm going to show you, first of all, I'm just going to put the tops back on these because I'd hate for it to all spill all over the table. So I'll just put the lids back on those. So it kind of works. We've got pigment, we can make marks on the paper, but nothing very refined. So when I painted these pictures, this is the most successful one, I guess. When I painted these, I painted with the solid brown lines that haven't seeped. That was acrylic paint. I sketched out my design with acrylic paint to begin with, and then I painted with the oil. But I knew it was going to seep. So as soon as I finished one, I quickly went and photographed it before it started turning into this blotting paper effect. This one doesn't seem as bad. This one is the worst. Look how the oil has seeped way beyond the outline that I grew, and it really is quite a failure. Also to note is I'm going to show you the back. Eventually, can you see how it seeped through the back? Eventually the oil will rot right the way through the paper. So painting with engine oil isn't really a success. But I hate to waste anything, I really do. So I made 4 paintings of these florals, very simple florals. And because I hate to waste anything, I photographed them right away while they were still sharp and you could see the detail and the blending within the flower. And I turned them into greeting cards. Even though my experiment with painting with oil wasn't really a success, at least it wasn't a complete waste of time. At least I got some product out of it, and I can explain to other people the pros and the cons. Maybe there's a reason people don't paint with engine oil. But it was a fun experiment, and it's good to show that not everything works. And this really is, this quest that I'm on, this journey that I'm on, really is just one big experiment. You know, somebody very famous once said, if art is predictable and you know it's going to work, it's not art. It's only when you don't know if it's going to work that it's art. If you know it's going to work, you're just making merchandise. So thank you for watching my little experiment again. If you enjoyed it and you thought it was kind of fun to learn about whether engine oil could actually be used in art, give me a thumbs up or a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these little videos. There's going to be lots more. I've got tons of ideas, guys. So thank you for coming once again. Have a wonderful day.